we talked a little bit about where you've lived, but when did it all start for you?
So, I mean, it started in Mexico. I was born there from a Mexican dad and a French mom. Grew up there for 5 years and then moved to France with my mom. And then that's where I grew up most of my childhood. Started playing basketball there when I was 8. And I was in France basically until I was 19. And yeah, I have both families in Mexico and in France. And after that, once I left France, that's where like my college career started more seriously.
Yeah. So since the age of 8 to now, it's just been hard work and trying to own this craft. What did you love so much from the very beginning about this sport?
I chose this sport just because it's a team sport, and I love just being like playing your sport with other people, sharing the same passion. I always thought it was very fun, you know, practices, games, just always being with other people, making friends. You know, you meet people that become really good friends, become sisters to you. I'm still very close to some friends that I met when I was in France and I started playing basketball. So for me, I think just how competitive it is and how you know, collective it is, for me, that was something that really attracted me right away.
Oh yeah, and you are the first Latina to be drafted into the WNBA. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it meant a lot. It's something that I'm, you know, very proud of. I always say I hope not to be the only one. I hope that there is a lot of other Latinas who will be drafted in the future. I think the sport is growing, women's sport is growing, so there's no doubt that it's going to happen again. But it was a very proud moment for me, you know, for my Mexican family. They were all, you know, very happy, very proud of me. And back in Mexico, just, you know, all the community, you know, supporting me and cheering me on. It really was, you know, a really good feeling.
Yeah, so you had family celebrating all over the world.
Yeah.
How did you celebrate?
So while I was at the draft, my family couldn't come, so they both watched from afar on TV, but I was able to, you know, talk to them once it happened. I had a lot of friends and teammates who were there at the draft, so I was, you know, not alone. There was a lot of people around me there that supported me, so yeah, it was a great celebration. And after that, I still was, you know, able to see my family a few weeks later, so it was a good time.
Yeah, what's it been like to see this growing energy around women's sports, particularly the WNBA?
Yeah, it's been great. I think it's, you know, obviously it's been here for years and years, but we finally see that it's being more seen as it should. I feel like people are realizing that it's a great, you know, to see the women athletes are, you know, as impressive as other athletes. So I feel like it's very rewarding, and I feel, you know, especially happy for the ones that have been in this league for so long that, you know, they all deserve this. So I think it's just awesome throughout the years to see the evolution.
Oh yeah, what a time to be the first, you know, the first Latina. Is there a weight that comes with that?
No, to be honest, there was, you know, no pressure for me. To be honest, I didn't even know it was gonna be a thing. I didn't even know I was the first Latina, Mexican-born, to be drafted. So for me, it was just a very, you know, proud moment. And there's no way to that. I think that it's just a great way to expand basketball, to know that, you know, there's no frontiers for that. A lot of people can come from all around the world and be good at basketball. There's a lot of really good athletes around the world, so I think it just shows that it's a very diverse sport, and a lot of people are very good at basketball, and I'm just very happy for the growth of it, and hoping that there's more Latinas in the future in basketball.
You mentioned that so many people are really good. So I always like to ask athletes, when did you know that you would get here to the WNBA? Did you know? Was there a moment, or have you always known?
No, I've not always known. I think I realized, maybe before starting college that I wanted to be a professional after college. WNBA wasn't really in my mind. I mean, obviously I knew what it was and I would watch sometimes, but for me, I would say it was the best league in the world that I didn't really see myself being able to be here one day. So I think I was just going through my college career, and I feel like it's maybe around the last 2 years that, you know, some people told me like, hey, like this could be a possibility, and obviously then transferring to UConn, who's one of the best team in college and has a, you know, very competitive schedule. I think that also helped my chances to get here, but it was more later than sooner when, you know, I realized that I could have a chance here.
Yeah. What is your biggest hope for what you'll be able to accomplish with this team?
This season, or like?
I guess for the season.
Yeah. Obviously, it's been a tough season. You know, we've had injuries. The whole team wasn't complete for the whole season, so it's been a lot of up and downs. But I think right now we're, especially having the win yesterday, we're just trying to get back on track. Hoping to still make the playoff, and yeah, finding just the groove again, the chemistry among the whole team, and hoping we can finish the best way possible.
Yeah, full steam ahead. And then kind of going back to like your upbringing and growing up, you mentioned you visit your family in Guadalajara every year. You know, how do you like when you think about home and visiting where you were born, how do you all celebrate? Like, what are some family traditions or?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I go back, for me, I'm not there that often, that it's really all about seeing my family. I think it's just feeling like home again, just, you know, the city where I grew up, the streets that I know, the restaurants, the places, you know, that I just recognize. And I feel like just those little things are pretty big to me. It just feels like home. And obviously having my dad, my siblings, my cousin, my grandma, a lot of people there, I just trying to enjoy as much as possible with them. And those little things, just, you know, having family dinners, having, you know, reunions. We love that, meeting at, you know, my grandma's house or an uncle's house, and just, you know, being there for the whole day and playing some board games and just talking. I feel like those things are what makes our family, you know, beautiful, is that we just always have a good time when we're with each other.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, right? Just everyone bring a dish and
exactly.
Everybody's in one place.
Yeah,
that's always big in Mexican families. It's all centered around family.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that, you think, what keeps you grounded as you take on this adventure?
Yeah, I think that I have really this big sense of family and unity with people, so I always enjoy being with other people and always trying to find new connections and new friendships. So I think that that's always something that's been big to me, either in my personal life or professional life. I think it's very important to, you know, be good with who you're surrounded with.
Yeah. Josh, do you have any questions?
I noticed when you were, you know, practicing and all, your eyes were just like everywhere. I mean, describe the feeling on the court. I mean, you were constantly, it's like you could read the room and see everything that was going on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always just paying attention to everything, you know, all the details. It's not just about one thing, it's about what's happening at all times. So I always just try to be, you know, very focused in practice, doing what I can do best, doing my thing, and just trying to always get the work done.
Yeah. Anything you want to add? Maybe about like your roots, or just like some kind of philosophy that you kind of follow, or just, I don't know, anything you want to?
I mean, philosophy for me, it's with the journey that I had, it's been a little bit different and atypical than maybe other athletes. I'm just feel very proud and very happy of my journey because I've been to so many places, and even if it's not really what I was thinking of at first, I just kind of went with the flow, and it took me in places that I really had amazing experiences, met amazing people, who I'm still close with. So I feel like it's just being happy with the steps that I took, and every step led to something new for me. So I think it's just following this was, just trusting the journey was big to me.
Yeah. And just being able to live different parts of the world and embrace different cultures, how has that been for you?
Yeah, it's great. That's something I've always loved too, being in different cultures, knowing new people, living new experiences. I feel like something that helped me to be a more open-minded person, and being open to discovering new things. And I think that's why I still want to keep doing that with basketball. Basketball can take you to a lot of different places, so I think that's fun.